Everybody's asking ChatGPT to make them as much money as possible, but let's be honest, 99% of the advice ChatGPT gives you won't make you a penny unless you do the exact things I tell you to in this video. If you try to do it how other people are telling you, you're gonna get super horrible advice like start a business editing essays, as if ChatGPT didn't take that job itself. So as someone who spends a crazy amount of time on ChatGPT every day, I'm gonna teach you how to literally force ChatGPT to make anyone, anywhere as much money as possible. If you're new here, I'm Energy. I believe making money is a game and I teach you how to play it. Now, all the prompts I use will be in the description box below, but the perfect prompt has 3 elements: who you are, what you want, and asking ChatGPT what else it needs to know about you. So in this prompt, I added information about my background. So my experience, what I know, what I like, what I'm good at, what other people always come to me for advice about. I also told it my goals, like I want to have a business that makes me money very quick and it needs to be completely online. And then I always tell ChatGPT to ask follow-up questions because ChatGPT is very lazy. It doesn't want to do any extra work. It's just going to give you the answer. But with those follow-up questions, we can get a unique, customizable, and more precise answer than we would have gotten before. So ChatGPT asked me, do you want to show your face? And does this business need to be something quick, fast, and in a hurry? Or can it be something scalable? Maybe it's going to take more time. I just want money right now. If I could scale it in the future, then that's great, and I really don't want to show my face online. Now, if you guys just saw what I did, I used the dictate feature here in ChatGPT. This is great for my people who I don't like writing, because when I write, I can't really, get everything out there. I feel writer's block. Well, just use your voice and speak as if it is a friend who you're telling this information to, and ChatGPT is going to start giving us some ideas. The one that I like is this digital guide to ADHD productivity. We can have our core kit, which is the hyper-focused sprint system, which consists of PDF, Notion templates, and Google Docs. And then we have some upsells for $29 to $49, which is the accelerator program. And we have another upsell for $99, which is a full course. This is especially good for people with ADHD in the workforce. So we now know our winning product idea, and we need to find out how we're going to stand out in this market. The advice that most people give that is just horrible advice, and I know that you've probably done this too, is when they're creating their prompt, they say, act as a top business coach or act as a marketing guru. I want you to use that prompt if you want to get the worst possible answer. But if you want to force ChatGPT to give you the best winning idea and the best answer, this is how you're going to prompt it. I know that there's a book called Blue Ocean Strategy that is all about standing out. I'm going to say use the advice from Blue Ocean Strategy to help me determine my strategy for standing out. Now, if you don't know resources that are related, all we're gonna do is be like, hey, I want to know how to stand out. What are some books that you would recommend me? Turn on the web search feature and say, use the ideas from these 3 books or whatever to create my strategy. You can do this for marketing, you can do this for social media, you can do this from whatever. Even if you know that there's a video on YouTube or a blog that was written, you can find the link, put it in ChatGPT. Even you can download the transcript if we're really trying to use some cheat codes. Okay, we can download the transcripts from multiple videos on the topic, put it into ChatGPT, and say, using this advice, tell me how can I develop my winning strategy based on this information. But I'm sorry to tell you, even everything that we've done up until this point isn't even enough to get the best of the best answers. See, ChatGPT is like an iceberg. It's only telling you what's on the very tip of that iceberg because it wants to be as efficient as possible and just give you the answer quickly. But we need to really push the boundaries of ChatGPT by using phrases like, be brutally honest. How can I 10x this? Get to the root of what I need to do. This way, we get all of the information, not at the tip of the iceberg like everybody else is getting, but really at the bottom of that iceberg where the wealth of information is. What I want to do is go deeper so that I can ensure ChatGPT does 80% of the work. In order to do that, we need to use the deep research feature of ChatGPT. With the deep research feature, it is getting you to the bottom of that iceberg, because rather than taking 30 seconds to give you an answer, it's gonna take more like 10 minutes to scour the internet, looking for the best of the best information to give you and put it together in a super long, detailed plan that you can follow, literally copying and pasting everything so that you have zero room for failure. I'm gonna say clearly map out the product I'll be selling, what it includes, and deeply explain the system behind it using science-based tips. I'm not only gonna stop here and just let the regular ChatGPT work, I will go to the plus button and hit the deep research button. This is so that ChatGPT acts like a research level analyst and brings us back the best information to include in our product. You can see ChatGPT is now working relentlessly to find us the best of the best information using the sources, and you can check what sources it's using right here in the sources tabs. But we need to do this because if we use the regular version of ChatGPT, it wants to be lazy. Even though ChatGPT is supposed to be the newest and greatest, it's really not. We need to use the deep research to get the best information possible, better than what other people are using with ChatGPT. It took about 7 minutes, but ChatGPT compiled information from 28 sources and gave us this entire kit blueprint that includes our product description, what's inside the kit. It goes very in depth about dopamine tracking and time blocking, why it helps your specific customer. It tells us exactly how we can use this system and how we can convey this to our target customer. It even breaks down how our customer is going to use our system. So it's like, this is the weekly setup. They open the weekly planner and they lay out their key goals and commitments. Each day they start their day with the daily planner, which includes like looking at the dopamine menu or the time blocking schedule, tracking their mood. During the workday, they're going to check off tasks in your planner, and at the end of the day, they'll do this. It gives us exactly what we need to include. Whatever you do, just use the deep research feature to get an extensive report as if you hired a professional to give you a business plan. After it gives you your plan, you can then ask it to give you a step-by-step checklist of everything to include in your template, in your Notion, in your course, in your ebook, whatever it is. So I'm creating a Notion template, so ChatGPT is breaking down on a microscopic level every single thing that I need to include. So for you, it would just be drag and drop from here, or if you're like me, you'll use AI to create each individual resource. But of course, add your own spin, add your own experience, add your own perspective and your own touch so that it's not just AI slop. But you can see how detailed it gets, so there's no excuse like, oh, I don't know what to create, I don't know what to do, because AI is going to do that for you, and then you create it and list it on your website. In order to list my product, I'm going to use something free and something that's drag and drop. So I'll be using System.io. Their free plan has a bunch of tools, and when I go into System.io and I create my order page, there's templates that I can use. Anything else is drag and drop. For the actual website, if I don't know what to write, I'm gonna screenshot this website, I'm gonna put it into ChatGPT, and I will say, fill out this website, and then I can copy and paste everything ChatGPT tells me to write. By doing that, I got this entire finished website, and it looks so good, especially because it did not take me that long at all. So we used AI to completely make our website, and guys, I would usually do it more detailed than this one-page website, but this is for the purposes of example, okay? But AI wrote all of this. And we also have a plan that AI gave us for our content every day to promote this. It gives us the exact script that we're going to use, the exact B-roll that we need, and even the call to action and how to edit this. So there's no excuses not to know how to do your website, how to do the content. We're using AI for all of it. And as you saw earlier, we had AI create the entire breakdown of what to add to our content. Now, remember when I told you, you either create this in Notion, Canva, your course, your ebook, or whatever yourself, or you can do what I would do and have AI create it for you. Well, I used an AI called Claude, and I just copied what was in ChatGPT, pasted it into Claude, and I said, create this in Notion for me. So this is the Notion template that AI created for me. And I'll be honest with you guys, it is not perfect, but it is a place to start from. So you could see it created a setup guide. It created this tasks database that your user can fill out. It created this dopamine menu that your user can also fill out and add with notes. It created this brain dump space that's like a journaling space, and you can see all these other pages that it created, something to track your mood and your energy, something to track the projects that you're working on, and even a habit tracker, which you can add like when you completed these and how often it needs to get done. And just for ourselves, it created an entire sales copy template of how we should price things, how we could include a 30-day guarantee, how we can even have the story of how all of this came about, more social media hooks, even an email template with subject lines and everything, how to handle objections, call to actions, success metrics. Like, oh my God, am I getting this out enough that it does everything for you? And I will be honest, like right now, it doesn't look the best. So what you need to do is go in and design it and get everything, the way that you would like it. But it's like 80% of the work done for you. I know we have this amazing plan, but in reality, that is not good enough because a lot of you guys, your problem is not that you don't have an idea or even a plan to execute it. Some of y'all are still complaining like, oh, I had the idea for Uber back in 1967, right? The problem is not that you don't have the idea. It's that there's something in either your mindset or your habits or your lifestyle that is preventing you from really acting on this idea and this plan. So we are going to use ChatGPT to really read us, okay? So I want you to ask it, read me for filth, be brutally honest, and tell me what are the things that are holding me back and give me a plan to address each point. Because at some point, it's not that, you don't have the information or you don't have the ability. You're the common denominator, like at some point. And if you don't address that, you're just going to keep repeating the same things that stopped you back in 1967. This is insane because what excuses do you have, right? Before you could have excuses like, oh, I don't know how to create a website. I don't know how to write this. I don't know a business plan, that I didn't go to Harvard, right? I don't have an MBA. Now you don't have that excuse. So really, what are you waiting for? I would suggest you guys use the prompts in my description, get started today, and I want you guys to report back to me like done or something. When you have your first product made, or even just your business plan, I want you to comment below done. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment them down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video.